If you look at our model of work of the past has been 25 years of studying, 35 years of work, 20 years of retirement. If you look at the model of work going into the future, I would say it's 25 years of study, which is classroom, and then it is 50 years of learning every day. That's what the fundamental shift is. The shelf life of learning and concepts are changing dramatically. The average concept in management is about 13 to 14 months, that's it. Then there's a new concept in town. The average life of a company today is below 20 years. In 1960, it was 60 years. So the world is moving at an absolute unimaginable pace. And if you really need to keep up with it, you have to learn in order to stay relevant for the future. So it is no longer past perfect which is important, which is what the mindset of many people is. It's actually future ready which is important. I think, digital is something which is definitely there out there. So if you're not learning about digital, artificial intelligence, digital business models, how digitization can impact your business or how it could impact you as a person, I think you will be lost. I think it's par for the course to be absolutely digitally savvy. There's absolutely no doubt about it. There are many ways of learning. The first and the simplest way of learning is actually watching bad bosses and bad peers. That's, believe it or not. You see somebody who's arrogant, you see somebody who's a poor listener, you see somebody who's a toxic manager. You should write down in your book what I will not do and what I've learned from them. I've learned a lot from bad bosses, trust me. Okay? Somebody who's too much into detail and hence loses the complete big picture. Okay? Those are the things that you should learn from bad bosses and bad colleagues. Second is, you have to ask yourself, what is your own learning style? What are you good at? Are you good learning from a textbook? Are you good learning doing projects? Are you good learning through experience? Are you good learning in a team? That's the other thing that you really need to think about. Next is learning individually vis-a-vis learning in a team. One of the things I've always advocated and practiced is that I always get the team to debrief after every project or everything that we do. Because the collective learning is just as important as individual learning. And next, I think you must set aside time in order to learn. You have to be committed to it. Because remember, no boss, no organization can be more committed to your learning than you yourself. So you must take your development seriously, you must take your learning seriously. Like for example, some of the concepts of the past are absolutely of no use. Like for example, if you look at manufacturing, has changed dramatically from what it was to what it is today. Okay. You have to be absolutely lean on cost, but you have to constantly ask yourself, am I serving the ecosystem to succeed? In the success of the ecosystem is your success. In the past, maybe we are in industries and maybe we are in situations where we made a product and we gave it and the market is waiting for it. Today that's no longer true. So you have to constantly ask yourself, am I winning for the ecosystem and am I really contributing to the learning of the ecosystem? You have to find time for it. And I classify two types of managers. Managers who use their dead time well and managers who waste their dead time. What is dead time? Dead time is typically you're on a flight, you're waiting in an airport, you're in a car. In each of these situations you can learn. See, in the past you had to go to a library, you had to go to an office to learn. Today on the mobile phone you can learn anything you want. There is more information about your job, your skill set, your industry on the mobile phone and on the net than anywhere else in the world. So access is not a problem today. So what is the problem is attitude, not access. So if you have the attitude to say, I will keep aside an hour or two every day to learn, I think that will be fantastic. Because remember, the more you learn, the more you're giving yourself the chance to succeed. The more you learn, the opportunities will come your way. If you don't learn, you need luck to come your way.